Hello, my name is Matthew, and I'd like to talk about three things that are not connected, but they intersect with some very important things that I have been thinking about recently. So, the first is that at the end of last year, I lost my job. At the beginning of this year, I started a library tour of all of the books in my tiny house. And in the middle of last year, I met a woman that I love. And we started with an email correspondence. Her name is Andrea, and she's Spanish. We started with an email correspondence um, for weeks and weeks, and started talking with Voxer and having video messages and Zoom chats and things like that. And I have been thinking about and fantasizing about visiting Spain this year. Sometime this year is what my goal was. And when I lost my job, instead of being completely discouraged, I was actually um, filled with more of an adventurous spirit, even more determined to um, make the goals and dreams that I have come true. And I've been sending out resumes and applications, and I'm hopeful and positive that I'll very quickly find employment. But I am determined to get myself to Spain and meet this beautiful, smart, funny, charming young lady that I have met. She found me on my book channel. And when I started this library tour, it's only been a few days now. I've been quite surprised by the emotional reaction that I've been feeling recently. When I built the tiny house and planned on having floor to ceiling bookshelves, I was already imagining the life of a shut in. All I could think about was going to work and coming home and spending time with my books and having a quiet, solitary reading life. This is before I even thought about having a YouTube channel. Since I've started this channel, so many of my attitudes have broadened and changed dramatically. And I love my books. They bring me joy, and in large part they have made me the person that I am today. And a few days ago, I started shelf by shelf, book by book, pulling out each one of these paper-bound objects and showing them and talking about them on camera. And what I realized is, even though I enjoy and love many of the books that I have shown so far, it really feels like that I have just a big jar of change that is sitting on my shelf, coins and pennies, that's not really doing anything for anybody. And books that I love, that I've read and enjoyed, I have started feeling like I don't really need to have them. I have many, many more books than is necessary, or much more than what I need to lead a happy life. And Many of these books have already brought me the happiness that they are going to bring. I've already started getting comments on some of the book tour, bookshelf videos, uh, people mentioning that I've shown a certain book that perhaps that they would love to find a copy of. And um, what I've been thinking about is just having an open call for all of the book tour videos that I've had, and we have about 30 more to go. Um, if you're watching this, or if you're watching the previous ones, or any of them, I'm happy to send them to you. I'm thinking $2 or $5. I'm not really that particular, um, um, and the postage. I'm not thinking about a money making scheme or a way to make a fortune, or even to have an idea that this is going to be the money that sends me off to Spain. But it will be um, the money that I will have set aside, um, and in that way, at least for me, I know that these books will maybe give me a lot more happiness and joy and adventure and new experiences out in the world in the hands of people that will be reading them, um, than the enjoyment or pleasure that they give me just sitting on my shelves. So I'm determined to get myself into the beautiful country of Spain. If you've been watching my videos for a while, you might remember when I started uh, showing Spanish books and Spanish language books, and talking about learning Spanish and all of those things. Um, that was a reflection of my personal life outside of my little book channel. Um, and I will have a lot of hard work in front of me, and planning and responsibilities and bills and all of those kinds of things. And there's the pandemic and government restrictions and social restrictions, but I don't want to just close myself off to the reality of things. I want to plan for my intention. So if I plan to visit Spain this year and it isn't possible, I still want to plan as if it is, if that makes sense. As far as selling these books, I have my PayPal account. I guess that's what makes sense, and most likely it'll be for the United States or Canada. If somebody's really interested, I'm happy to figure out how I can get the book in your hands. But those are just some of my thoughts. And any book that I show on camera, if it's a book that you want, I'm happy to sell it to you for $2 or $3 or $5, something that makes sense. Again, I'm not trying to sell all of my books, but I feel like it's better for everybody if the books on my shelves are in the hands of people that are reading them. And if I could, I would much prefer to mail them all off for free. I'm currently not in a situation to do that. So my plan is to visit Spain, and I hope that you will wish me luck on this this adventure of mine. if you're at all interested, I can give updates on my job and updates on getting myself to Spain and all that. But uh, those are just a couple things that I wanted to talk about. And let me know what you think. Let me know if you visited Spain. I've never left the country, so this is going to be um, a really really big deal for me. Um, and I'm going to meet one person. There's one very important person um, that I am so excited to meet. That's what I'll say. Leave a comment if you would like, and thank you for watching.